Hi everyone, this is
Hey.
Roger and Delana, and we're enjoying another sunny day in South Florida. We are at the Ortona Locks Dam and Lock System. In fact, there is a boat getting ready to come through the system. This is Army Corps of Engineers that operate 5 different locks and dams on the Okeechobee River. I'm going to spin the camera around a little bit. We're actually directly across from our camper. Unfortunately, there's no quick way to get from the camper to here. It's about a 40-minute drive around a block and over a bridge crossing the Okeechobee River. So it's a beautiful place. It's in Winter Haven, Florida, just a small amount from LaBelle, which is southwest Florida. And so we have a nice big expensive cabin cruiser that is getting ready to go through the lock. So I'm going to spin the camera around and we're just going to sit here and enjoy the view and watch the process for the boat. There's the dam. We are actually, well, this is the lock side, and then if you look directly across there, that is our camper that is like nestled in the trees. We have a fishing dock, and I'm going to give you a better view of this later on when we go back to our campsite. But just a perfect day weather-wise. We have a lot of huge birds, otters that we've seen over here. They do have manatee in these waters, and there you can see down in the lock the yacht that is getting ready to come through the system. There is another boat waiting, but it's a small power boat. So once they let the big boat out, they will let the small power boat into the lock system, and then the lock master helps them tie up their boats, and they'll raise the water and let the motorboat out on the other side. So very interesting process. This lock has been very busy. According to the information that we've seen, they operate 19 hours a day, 365 days a year. So there is a lot of activity on Lake Okeechobee. It is a freshwater, so it looks like they're getting ready to let the water. They're opening the gates. How exciting is this? And what they have done is they've let the boat in, and then lowered the water inside the lock to the river level, and then once that is open and secured, the boat will untie, and then it will be able to safely flow into the river, which is a lower elevation than the dammed water of the lake. Yeah, you can actually see the boat dropping down. Fascinating process. They even have a safety system on the gates that can, by sonar, detect when manatees are entering into the locks. And so then the locks are stopped until the manatee flows out. So they're doing a lot of things to be safe with the manatees, which are called the gentle giants down here. Everything is gated off, so we really can't get a close view, but you can watch that boat going down in elevation. And the gates are barely opening, so it is slowly lowering the water level. And there's even a red light up there on the building that shows the other boats coming in that they can't proceed. I wonder if that's the eagle that we keep seeing there flying in the background. We've seen a beautiful, huge bald eagle that is apparently nesting on this side of the river. He flew really close over our campsite the other day. We are way too big to look like food, so I don't know what he was looking at, but he got very, very close. For those of you who may have seen our Facebook, this is the campsite that Roger rescued the bird, a dove. Okay. Looks like they let that water out pretty slowly. I mean, it was rushing around in circles and waves, and it's causing a little bit of waves out toward where the motorboat is at, but he's backed way off now.
They should be able to make the box more. Be quick.
Yeah. That's fascinating, the way they barely open those gates to let the water out. Sure caused a swirl for a little while.
There he is. The eagle. Or is that an eagle? That's not an eagle.
Yeah. What we thought was an eagle is a hawk of some sort. I don't know. The eagles are really easy to spot even from a distance. Okay, there goes the lock gates.
She's not talking to us, is she?
Uh-oh. I don't know where that person was yelling from, but she sure had a booming voice.
Little control room right there with the red light on it.
Oh, I see a gauge on the wall over there that shows that I don't know if that's showing the water. It didn't move? Okay.
Cobwebs everywhere out here. Spider webs.
Looks like the boat is still tied up down there, so they wait until the
gates are still open.
Gates are completely open before they release the boat from the anchors that are on the walls. The lockmaster helps each and every boat that comes in get tied up and make sure that they're safely secured to the side of the lock before they close gates or open gates and raise and lower the water level. I'd love to be out on that bridge, but I've never been this close to a lock, so I guess I should just be happy about that. Here comes somebody's little bitty boat. Wow, it did not look that big inside the lock. Okay, then after that big one leaves, you'll see a small motorboat out there in the lock. They get treated the absolute same way the big guys do. And they go through that whole process for one boat. Oh, the name of the boat that just went through was Hogtide. T-I-D-E. Well, the light on the control tower is still red. Oh, it just went to green. So the next boat is free to come in and start their journey. Well, it looks like everything goes at a very slow pace in this process, so the boat arrives very slowly, and so I think we're gonna stop the video right there and go back to the other side. This is the Ortona Locks South Campground. This has been our home for the last 5 days. It's been very quiet here. This was the location of the bird rescue, if you got to see that video. This has been our backyard. It has been most enjoyable. I've got a loud little brook down here, fishing bridge. Of course, you can see the dam in the distance. And then, of course, the locks that we looked at earlier in the day on the other side. A lot of very large birds in this area. I've seen a lot of fishermen, but I haven't seen a lot of fish. So I don't know how good the fishing is or what's the deal with that. But then walk over here, you can see that there is another layer of fishing bridge down here. It is a beautiful campground. The first day we were here, there were otters playing in the water down here. Our daughter-in-law and son saw those otters playing out there. And there's the fishing bridge. If you have a National Park Pass, these campgrounds, the Army Corps of Engineer campgrounds, are only $15 a night. Water and electric, you can't beat it. It's really just a great place to come and relax and enjoy the scenery and the wildlife. So have a good time wherever you are, and thanks for spending time with us today. Bye-bye.